Hi, I'm Douglas Mason, President and CEO of Magnum Gold Corp. Inc., MGI on the TSX Venture Exchange. A 2015 drill program on the LH property intersected high-grade gold, including 16.9 meters of 13.58 grams and 11 meters of 20.66 grams per ton gold. A follow-up drill program is planned to further evaluate previously identified subsurface high-grade gold mineralization. Please visit our website at magnumgoldcorp.com.
You're listening to HowStreet.com radio, available online at TalkDigitalNetwork.com. Welcome to HowStreet.com radio, the online source for market opinions. Here is Jim Goddard.
My guest is Mish Shedlock. He's the senior editor of Mish's Global Economic Trend Analysis on maven.net/Mish Talk. Welcome back to the show, Mike.
Pleasure to be back on the show. I'm talking to you from Moab, Utah, Arches National Park in Canyonlands.
And I bet you it's beautiful.
It is fantastic here. I'd like to stay for another month, but I can't.
So I know you're big into photography. What are you taking pictures of this time?
Well, the two national parks are right here. Arches and, my gosh, I'm not sure how many arches there are in the park. I think they say hundreds, but there's a bunch of really prominent ones, at least a dozen, probably more than that. And Canyonlands, just beautiful canyons carved out by the Colorado River.
Mish, global pension funds, how healthy or unhealthy are they, and may some people end up having to retire underneath some of those arches?
Well, globally, pension funds are in serious trouble. I saw a report from the Visual Capitalist that I commented on today. They're projected to be $400 trillion in the red. We're never going to get there because they will be insolvent long before that. The U.S. is actually leading the way. It was a report on 8 nations, Canada, the U.S., and others. And the U.S. has close to about half of the deficit here right now. And it's just going to get worse. Every year it's going to get worse. There's, demographically speaking, there's more people retiring than there are new workers supporting that, and the new salaries and the amounts collected just will not cover. And what will bring this thing to a crisis actually simply be the next major bear market, and I think we're in one right now. I think one has started, and people don't recognize it yet. We've not fallen far enough yet.
Could you see U.S. pension benefits being cut back drastically because of it?
I think they're going to have to be, one way or another. I mentioned 3 ways in which it might happen. The first off is just to have bankruptcies or defaults like, we saw in various cities in California and also Detroit, Michigan. But those were municipalities. State pension plans are also in trouble, and states cannot declare bankruptcy, at least yet, which was another one of the ways that I thought we might be resolved is national legislation. And, of course, we can also see legislation at the state level. So what's going to be the driving force for these votes is millennials are going to get tired of paying benefits to boomers and having their taxes hiked for no benefit to them at all. So once they reach critical mass, and it might take another 10 years or so, they're going to be in control, boomers are not, and they're going to be tired of this. I think things are going to blow up before that, but we'll see.
Could you see pensioners being forced to sell their homes because the government can't support them anymore?
Well, if they own their own home, they might not have to sell it. But if if they don't have enough Social Security income or enough other retirement income to live, I suppose it's possible, and certainly it's going to happen to some set of people. And we're also going to see a lot of homes come on the market simply as baby boomers age and die off, and they're going to leave these homes to their kids, and anyone who's not a single-child family, the home is going to have to be sold to split up the proceeds among the heirs. So I think there's some interesting things that's going to be happening to the housing market as well.
We'll have more with Mike Shedlock right after the break.
Media recognition from Bloomberg, Reuters, recycling trade publications, patented process for 100% recovery of critical metals, including cobalt, lithium, nickel, manganese, aluminum. American Manganese is focused on recycling lithium-ion batteries for electric vehicles. American Manganese trades on the TSX Venture, AMY, the US, AMYZF, and Frankfurt 2AM. For more information, visit AmericanManganeseInc.com or phone me, Larry Ray, at 778-574-4444.
Arctic Star Exploration, operated by a team of proven mine finders, is focused on diamonds in Finland and the Northwest Territories of Canada. A work program is planned for our Finland property that contains diamond-bearing kimberlite. Arctic Star trades on the TSX Venture Exchange, symbol ADD, and the Frankfurt Exchange, symbol 82A1. Please visit our website at arcticstar.ca or call us at 604-689-1799.
Welcome back. We're speaking with Mike Shedlock. Mish, what's the GDP forecast for the U.S., and can we believe it?
Well, I think it's going to be accurate this time. There might be, actually, could be a potential for surprise either way. I think a negative surprise is actually more likely just because consumer spending has been really anemic here. The latest forecast from GDP now is 2%, with real final sales, which is the bottom line estimate of the economy, at 1.3%. The other 0.7% is inventories, which you have growth in inventories and subtraction in inventories. Over time, those things net out to zero. So the component to watch is real final sales. It's going to be pretty dismal, 1.3%. At least that's what GDP Now projects. Nowcast, which is produced by the New York Fed, is predicting something like 2.9% GDP. They do not break out real final sales. If it came in like that, we'd probably see something like 2% real final sales. So those are the two competing numbers. Most of the economists have something on the order of 2% for the baseline number, and I think that number is probably going to be about right. We're going to find out tomorrow morning.
Of course, you could always have numbers like they have in China, where every year they predict 6.7% growth, and guess what? A year later, 6.7% announced growth.
Yeah, they come up with a number, and then they hit that number, and most analysts do not believe the numbers at all. There's no reason to believe them. And, they announce a number, and they hit it. They announce a target, and they hit that target within 0.1% every quarter.
Would the numbers for China, if you're looking from outside, perhaps their gasoline consumption be a better indicator of how their economy's doing?
Gasoline consumption, electrical lights, power usages, and some of the other things. These are the numbers that analysts look at, and they say, you know what, okay, you hit this number, but power consumption is down, gas consumption is down. Guess what? We don't believe you. The whole thing is just a big set of lies anyway, no matter how you slice and dice it everywhere. The government spending, by definition, adds to GDP. So if the government pays people to spit at the moon, supposedly that adds to GDP. Well, it does, actually, by definition. That's what's absurd about this. I mean, there's nothing productive about wars or going in debt. And the amount of debt and deficit spending we have here in the United States to, eke out 2% GDP is really, quite amazing. We're talking about $1 trillion deficits in the foreseeable future here in the U.S. just to eke out 2% growth.
We'll have more with Mike Shedlock right after the break.
Avon Resources Limited is a gold exploration company with significant projects in British Columbia, Saskatchewan, and the Yukon. Trading on the TSX Venture Exchange, symbol ABN, and the pink symbol ABN-AF. Surrounded by world-class gold deposits and mines, Avon's 23,000 hectares Forest Kerr Gold Project is located in the heart of the Golden Triangle in northwestern BC. For more information, visit us at avonresources.com.
Don't miss out. Stay informed. Receive the HowStreet.com weekly recap with thought-provoking podcasts, radio, and articles delivered to your inbox. Sign up for the HowStreet.com weekly recap on our homepage at HowStreet.com.
Welcome back. We're speaking with Mike Shedlock. Mish, are cyber currencies in a state of meltdown, and are some of them just going to totally disappear?
Well, I think the bulk of them are going to totally disappear. I actually even think that essentially they're worthless. Perhaps some of them survive. And I commented on this. They are a function of the free market in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, they're also a function, and that aspect is a reason to not cheer against them per se, unless you're short. But they came about and they got as high as they did simply as a result of all the shenanigans at the Fed, all the deficit spending by governments. People are looking for other answers. So, someone came up with this construct, and but the bottom line is, I don't think governments throughout the world, in the U.S., everywhere, will let a privately started money take off and get as valued as what people project. So I think these things are going to slowly sink over the time. We've hit the peak, but other people disagree. They're talking about targets of 28,000, 100,000. One person has a target of Bitcoin at $1 million per Bitcoin. Jim, I just don't think so. The amount of electrical consumption that it would take for prices to get that high is absolutely staggering.
Mish, thank you so much for chatting with us.
Pleasure to be on the show, Jim.
Good luck with the photography.
Thanks.
My guest has been Mish Shedlock, Senior Editor for Mish's Global Economic Trend Analysis on maven.net/MishTalk. You're listening to HowStreet.com radio. Find us on Twitter at HowStreet. Our YouTube channel is Talk Digital Network. Questions for the show or our guests can be sent to info@HowStreet.com. I'm Jim Goddard. Thanks for listening.
Comments made on HowStreet.com radio are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any matter whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Available online at TalkDigitalNetwork.com. HowStreet.com radio is a production of HowStreet Media Incorporated.